thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition. The regular season ends here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Long road to get here, but now we are here. The season finale. Playoffs begin next Saturday. So it's time for one last regular season kickoff.
In Week 18, it can just be so tricky, can't it, Mike? I mean, on one side, you got teams that have the playoffs wrapped up. So Week 18, it's a chance potentially to rest some starters or maybe get them out of the game early and get geared up for next week and the start of the playoffs. You got some teams that are fighting for their lives. They need to win Week 18 or else their season's going to end. And then on the complete opposite side, you got guys making plans for the offseason, figuring out where they're going on vacation. Week 18 is a tricky thing around the league. A lot of division games, a lot of interesting matchups. We're just wrapping up stage one of what is a
Pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores. You got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all three phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And nothing doing on that run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early third down coming up. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. Give him 13 on that screen play, and a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to the air one more time. And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. Back to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll mark him out at the 8, but it is enough to set up first and goal. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line. Second and goal. He'll drop to throw. And he will power his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Now the try for an extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And the good kick pays off. Will only be able to take this past the 10-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
He's coming off one of those games, Mike, where he just wasn't good enough. I mean, he wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. He was good at times. He just wasn't good enough times. And I think when you're playing the quarterback position and all of the focus is on you, your play has such a direct correlation between wins and losses that when you don't play your best, the magnifying glass is on you. So he needs to bounce back this week. He needs to be more productive in the passing game, generate more big plays, and then eliminate the turnovers. He cannot continue to throw the ball to the other team.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to, and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
So you spend all week, Mike, working on what they call the opening script. It's the plays that you love the most and you want to get called early. The problem? None of those plays account for being called inside your own 5-yard line, but that's exactly where they find themselves after that sack, and that's a disastrous start.
Here, see, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. Offense, and their running back set to go once more. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. Now, faking and they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush. Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here, punt team. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. Offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race. And this is where we stand. Final weekend of the regular season is upon us. We'll know the brackets and the seedings for the postseason at the end of the night. Big run here. He's tackled beyond the 35-yard line.
With this guy's athleticism, Mike, you can see why they love getting him out into open space. And the toss is one of the quickest and easiest ways to do it. And anytime his guys on the outside hit their blocks and spring them, he can get to the second level in a hurry.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
Offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. Tight end motioning left. From the gun, here's a handoff. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A gain of 16, good enough for a first down. They'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. They're going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
And a short pickup down inside the 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown.
What are you guys doing?
Extra point try forthcoming. He knocks it through. Extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And the kicking team right there, stopping him before he can get to the 15-yard line. Offense ready to take over once again. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. 11 yards as they move the chains. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
So after one, 14-0 is our score. Sunday returns after this. Here's a 2nd and 12. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. And that's going to be incomplete, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll let the officiating crew sort this one out. Here, team, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Now the return, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Fans getting set to get back to work. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw to the right flat, it is caught, and they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. We'll try to pick this one up on the ground. He'll keep those legs churning, and he's got the first down at about the 23-yard line. A handoff as they try to run it here. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, Second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught, and he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible, and sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll try to set up the screen here.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds, but the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And we won't see a return here. This is going to be marked down inside the 15. Offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he is right up there amongst the league leaders when it comes to receiving yards by a wideout this year. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Going right sideline and complete. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Mike, what we're seeing play out is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
He'll get this one out to his fullback. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On play action, he'll set up to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up 4th down. On comes the punter now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Offense back onto the field for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, he'll throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I will be right back after this. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Is their first time out here. Here's their punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. That'll be returnable from the 35. He's to midfield. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. Offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. To the right side here, pass is caught, and he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That one knocked away and incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. To send their field goal unit out. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. His kick is perfect. Stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He gets swarmed under. Doesn't even get to the 15. The home team's offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
Tight end on the move left. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Really nice job here by the defender. I mean, how often, Mike, do we see on these long downfield passes the defender kind of lose the ball in the air and get himself out of position? Well, that wasn't the case here. Really well done. And if I'm this quarterback, after these back-to-back incompletions, I got to find myself a little rhythm and take some easier throws.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll get this out to his running back. Use the last of their timeouts. They'll send their tight end left. They'll run on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Halftime here on this final week regular season. As we're off to Orlando, going to check in with Jonathan Coachman, who's got our EA.
This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This one high, over the middle, but complete. So a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going right. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Back to throw.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball, and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. The visitors' offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet inbound.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
So often we see when those balls get deflected up into the air, they usually turn into interceptions. I think the offense dodged a bullet here, and they're fortunate there was nobody in the area to come down with that pick.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Thrown left side, the catch is made, and he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. Here, punt team. Taken at the 19, and he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And a short pickup past the 25. Here's second and 9. He'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll get about 5. They bring the tight end in motion. On second down, they'll run. And the defense there to meet them. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up third down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. They'll throw here on third and short yardage. Room to maneuver at the 35. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes.
Now a loose football. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. The tight end going in motion to the left. Now a give up the middle, and he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. 3rd and a yard. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down.
That's a great job defensively. The goal of every defense is to accomplish one of two things: turnovers, force field goals. In this case, the big 3rd down stop is most likely going to lead to the latter. Really nice job there in the red zone. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And a nice run there. He'll get 9 yards. Mark him at the 29. 2nd and a yard. Now a give on the ground. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. Now, faking the give. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Really nice throw downfield on that conversion. Brings up a new set of downs. And defensively, Mike, this feels like desperation mode. If you allow them to finish this drive with a touchdown, this game feels all but over.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's a toss, right side. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Slot receiver, headed right. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The returner will get away from it, and it's going to be marked down at the 15. This team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. Now they'll set up to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
This one, returnable. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Offense about ready to take over once more. Right about now, they might be thinking, are we sure we want an off week next week? They're going to head into the bye with momentum as they try to polish this one off. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. They'll turn and hand this one off. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Now a handoff running right. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. We're about ready now for the punt, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Offense ready to see what they can do. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. 17 yards, the gain there. That's enough for a 1st down. Quick throw, taken in. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. Back to the air one more time. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
His second catch of the drive, this one good for 15 and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with,
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently. If they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
See. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. Offense ready for this next possession. This one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now going to try to polish this thing off here in the fourth. Crazy. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Brought down at the 21. A gain of 1. Third down. 3 to go. They motion a receiver right. They'll try to pick this up with a jet sweep. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. On fourth down, out comes the punter, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll go right and find his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Ball incomplete over the middle.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, They're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Handoff here, up the middle, and this is first down as the tackle's made at the 36. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Whistles look like the right side. Got an early jump there. Let's check the flag. They send him right out of the slot. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll take this up past the 40, a pickup of 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll try to get this one on the ground. They only need a yard, and it's 4th down. He's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs.
So the key to this 4th down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge 4th down stop.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down, and it's an incompletion. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. He's going to air this one out for Jones.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter. Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field. You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll stick with him again, and he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back. after this. 3rd and 9. He's got the first down and more to the 45. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The extra point is good. Able to add on, it is now 27-0. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. Offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. And they're running back, set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. So it's a win here for the... They're able to finish the season in style as they get the victory here in the finale in Week 18. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation. So long, everybody.